Hey yo, peace and blessings, man. It's Monday. You know what it is. You know how we do on Monday, man. It's back to the lab where we celebrate classic hip hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in a cashmere sweater. You know what I'm saying? I'm your kinfolk DMR, live from Houston, Texas, man. It's about a cloudy 79 in H Town. Just want to let y'all know how we feeling down here, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, I got an amazing show for y'all tonight. Well, at least I feel like it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be joined by a legendary artist, man, legendary producer. I mean, all around, man. I'm talking about this. This is one of them guys that need to be in the conversation of MCs that produce or producers who can rap their ass off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you ain't mentioned this dude in a conversation like that, then I think you today'll be a treat for you. You're gonna learn some shit today. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, man, I usually have birthdays and everything and anniversaries to get off into, but but since we got this special guest today, man, we gonna get right into it. You heard me? All right, so let's bring my mans to the stage, man. Yes,
Peace,
indeed.
peace,
Peace and
peace.
peace.
That
Haas
was
G
one of
Ace.
the AKA Phantom of the Beat, Eat for the Street, U.M.C's in 1991. That's where we started at, giving you
You,
fun.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, so let me let y'all know something real quick, man. This gentleman right here was known as one half of the group, the UMCs. You know what I'm saying? Fruits of Nature, Unleashed. You know what I'm saying? But he turned his career into he put it in another lane, man, and got into producing and produced some notable hits like every member of Wu-Tang. Let's just say
You
he made
touched,
a beat for every member of Wu-Tang. He done touched some,
touched
especially one of my favorite, Apollo Kids by Ghostface Killer. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
also
cherry.
the
That's the bomb right there.
For real. And Magic Stick, 50 Cent featuring Lil Kim, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we got a legend in the building, y'all. Hey, give it up for Haas G, a.k.a. Phantom of the Beat. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate you. I thank you so much, man.
Yes, indeed, man. It's a blessing to have you here with us, man. How you doing, family?
I'm chilling right now. It's just we at that point where I've done it before two, three times, four times over and over and over, research, reboot, you know what I mean? Come back after it. And now we get ready to do it again. So, we got the
Man,
whole stuff get ready to happen, production, we got the label, we're traveling between cities, it's all of that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? Records are out there, artists are out there. We're behind them all.
yes, indeed, man. Oh, so first and foremost, let me start off by saying happy belated birthday, brother. You know what I'm saying? Big
Appreciate
salute. And also this year made the 30-year anniversary
it.
of y'all second album. You know what I'm saying? Unleashed, man. That's the cover right there.
Nice. That's
Anybody want to go do some homework, man? Y'all make sure y'all go do y'all homework on that one, man.
uh,
And I want to get to that album, but first, I just want to touch on a couple of things on of Fruits of Nature. So if y'all don't know, this gentleman and his partner, the UMCs, they had the album cover in the background on the wall of Martin for the first season. You know what I'm saying? How did like what's that all about, man? How did that all was he just like a huge fan, or did you know him personally, or how did that come together like that, man?
I mean, well, back then it was just a matter of there's different kind of shows get ready to come out, and they were looking for the hottest artists at the time to either promote or, bring them on the show and whatnot. And we just got the call. We was with Flavor Unit at the time, and
Okay.
so that's Latifa and Shakim.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and rest in peace, DJ Mark 45 King. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, that was our team, and we were definitely they called Latifah in them. But
Hmm.
remember, if you think about it, Latifah and Sha, you see they were behind a whole lot of the sitcoms and all the
Right.
shows, the the early what 2000s, the late you know um 19s, but
Yeah.
they were friends with Martin, and Martin said, "Yo, we want to use that poster in the show," and that
Yeah,
was
that was dope.
and we just said, "Okay, what does it entail?" It's like nothing. It's just promotion. Just
Hmm.
do it because it's going to be worthwhile in the future, and it's still there to this day. So I'm good with that. I love it.
Yes, indeed, man. Like I like to bridge the gap and kind of help people realize who we talking to, man. Because sometimes, when you mention groups, sometimes people don't know the members of the group, but like certain album covers and certain songs, like everybody, know Blue Cheese. If you don't know about Blue Cheese, you need to go check on that. That's one of my daughter's favorite songs. She got it on her playlist on YouTube. Wanting to grow on, like that's just to name a couple of them from that first album, man. But yo, I got a nice handful of standout tracks on the Unleashed album that we gonna talk about here in a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? But
You know
just to
that,
kind of,
that was one of my the Unleashed album was really a favorite album of mine,
oh
for real.
really
And I
good.
know it was a twist between the choice of beats and all of that. But that Unleashed album, my G, that was one of my favorite albums.
And so you produced that thing all the way from beginning to end, because I seen a couple other names in the
Uh,
credits on the
well,
first album. But did you
majority of
produce that whole thing?
yeah, well, no, majority of the production was myself and RNS. So a lot of people RNS
Okay,
from
R&S is the
Staten
guy I seen
Island,
it.
you know what I mean? Shaheem's producer, UMC's producer,
Okay.
uh, Pop the Brown Hornet, and GP Boo's producer. You know what I mean? King Just
Hmm.
producer. You know what I mean? Like the vet.
Man, hey, you got a loaded resume, man. I'm talking back even in when y'all were rhyming, I know y'all was working with some guys because y'all was on a legendary label that had a bunch of dope artists on that label, man. Let's talk about that a little bit. So let kind of like take me on a trip, man. Like right when y'all signed, man. Like when y'all formed the group and took y'all demo in and got that deal. Kind of give me some history on that, brother.
Man, let me tell you something. This is how it all started. You got the kid from Brooklyn who just moved from Flatbush to move out to Staten Island. That's me. My
Hmm.
homie's out there already. You know what I mean? I just don't know he's my homie yet. We doing the ferry, we doing trips back and forth to Manhattan, bumping into each other, but we still don't know what the capability is between us.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then it just started. A couple of heads that knew of us put us together and say, "Yo, y'all both rhyme, y'all both are good, y'all both dope. Yo, y'all need to hook up, catch up, chill." And then we ended up, becoming part of a group, which was stamped U.M.Cs. And that's
Hmm.
what a lot of people um, to get them familiar. We have to take them back to '91. We got to take them back to the golden era. We got
That's
to
right.
take them back to Martin and the poster on the wall. We got to take them to where they seen me in the movies and this, that, and the third, but didn't realize it. You know what I'm saying? So we've been around, we've
Oh,
been doing it.
wait a minute. I probably didn't realize it either. Seen you in some movies. Like refresh my memory. Like what could I have missed you in, man?
New Jack City, that's one.
No, that's one of my favorite joints.
Oh yeah.
What
So
what
your
was you
man
at in there?
when he was coming through the club, when Nino was coming into the club, I
Uh
had
huh.
the Applejack. I had the big Applejack on.
Gotcha.
Right there, like bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? So
Got you. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's when he saw Scotty for the first time and they kind of
yeah,
locked eyes with each other,
yeah,
and Ice T pulled the shades down, kind of gave him a little glimpse. It was in
yeah,
that same scene, huh?
yeah, yeah.
Man, bro. Hey, I'm
Coming
today
into
years old.
coming coming right in.
I'm today years old with that, man.
I
Hey,
love it.
so
I just love it. That's all it is. It's fun. It's like, you get to talk about certain little things like that. It's just dope, and I'm thankful for the opportunity you know what I'm saying, to been part of it all, you know what I'm
that's
saying, and
right.
still part of it, still moving with it.
That's right. So how did the music get the wild pitch?
Oh man, come on, man. I told you we was actors and all of that. Nah, back then we was in the clubs, we was moving around, we was dancing, we was in videos. We was, you know what I'm saying? You look at a lot of the videos back then, Gangstar videos, Queen Latifah videos. We
Okay.
were choreographers for Latifah's dances. You know what I mean? Now it's like,
Right.
nah, we want to rap now. We want to rap now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait a
it's
minute, man. So you mean to tell me Haas G, actor, dancer, rapper, and producer? Come on,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
You putting me on today,
yeah.
man.
I'm dead serious, my G. I'm
You
dead
you
serious.
you putting me on today, man. This gonna be dope. I can already tell this finna be dope,
I
man.
just couldn't figure out what lane I really wanted to run in until, you know what I mean, I decided. So now all of those are all the skills that were detrimental. You gotta know how to do everything. That's what allows you to know how to make dope music, because you know how to dance. That's what makes you know how to dance because you know dope music. You know what I mean? It's all of that stuff that's involved. So yeah, dancing, acting got put on performance. You got to become somebody different. Hence, Phantom of the Beat, Heat for the Street. You know what I'm saying? Now it's we're gonna play that part. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts. Facts.
yeah,
So what was some of them shows like, man? Them tours, like, cause y'all had a loaded roster over there, man. Ultramagnetic MCs. At
hmm
one time, Gangstar was over there.
hmm
OC. Like even some of the digging in the crates crew was over there. Even a squad from my hometown, H Town,
finesse in them. And,
Street Military was over there as well, and they did an album over there.
oh wow,
What was the name of that album? I think it was called "It's a Damn Shame" or something like that. From Street Military, yeah, man. So
okay.
y'all even had an H Town group on that label up there, man. What was some of them tours like? Some of them shows?
So here I'm gonna give you a jewel right here. We're gonna drop a jewel for everybody.
Let's go. Let's go.
We didn't tour with too many of those names that you called out. The
Okay.
tour that
Okay.
we went on was the EMI tour with Jazz, uh, Jay Z,
Okay.
Main Source, Akinelli, Nas, Large
Wow.
Professor. You understand? You know what tour that was, right? That's the tour
Sound.
we.
Yeah. It
That was
sound. It sound like some Fresh Fest type of shit, man. Like, yeah, I hear some legends on that.
that was the infamous tour, my G.
The infamous tour.
When you got Ether and the other record going back to back at each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, what was that? That Hove joint. I can't remember, but yeah, I know what you mean. I
That
know
was
what you
that
mean. The
that was
takeover. The takeover.
that
That was it.
tour. That's the tour we was on. You
Oh,
understand?
okay.
So like that was right there. That was it, B. That's how we just locked in, and that's how we just started, to keep going and figured it all out. And you know, then you realize, oh shoot, Akinelli put it in your mouth. That's your
Put it in
cousin.
your mind.
My God, that's my cousin, and we were on the same tour. Didn't even know it.
Wow. Shout out to
Didn't,
Akinelli, man. You know what I'm saying? Queens get the money. You know what
didn't
I'm
even
saying?
realize it. But yeah, that was our come up. We was just friends with friends and more friends and connections, and being very active and into the industry, into the graffiti writing, into the dancing, break dancing, into shopping for records and beats, and into all of that stuff. And it
And
just led
yo,
we had to go.
and speaking of crate digging, you know what I'm saying? We was talking about digging in the crates. I heard a song on Fruits of Nature that that I was introduced to from the Joe Sample album, but it originally came from this guy. I'm about to put it up on the screen, and
Uh
I mean, no, that's not it.
oh.
It came. I heard it on this album right here, but it came from what's my man's name? Is his
Joe.
name not the Joe Sample? The original guy that did. I think his name was Morgan. His last name was Morgan. Jazz. It was a trumpeter.
So you get ready to put me onto something that I
Yeah,
don't.
Lee Morgan. That's his name.
Okay,
Lee
Lee.
Morgan. The name of the song is called "The Sidewinder." You know what I'm saying? Now, I first heard that song on Joe Sample's album, but the original was Lee Morgan, and y'all flipped it. Y'all flipped it on the Fruits of Nature album.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
we did.
saying?
Yeah.
So when it came to crate digging, like so I can imagine you're a big vinyl head. You was like going through all kind of samples and break beats and stuff like that. Like how'd y'all come up on that track? If you don't know which one I'm talking about, it was kind of like bump bump
I
bump
know what
bump
it is. Yeah,
ba-da-da-da. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. How'd you come
yeah.
up on that, man?
I have. I know exactly which one it is.
Yes, sir.
Um, that was just wanting to be different, and you got to remember back then there was a lot of jazz influenced hip hop records. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I wanted the count to be so different that they couldn't catch it. You know what I mean? So we wanted to be awkward. So it was bent, 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 and then I was into some Jerry Lewis and Fred Astaire and you know what I mean, and the
Yes.
Rat Pack and Sammy Davis, and so I was like, yo, we could do a record that's like, yo, this is a heist. This is the, you know what I mean? It's got
Yeah.
that act to it, and it's different. So that was
Yes,
basically
indeed.
it. But I studied records. Like, yeah, I had uncles, I had aunts, I had family that all collected albums. I just didn't know what I was going to do with it until it was time to get my hands on it and do it.
Yes, indeed, man. So speaking of your production skills, man, like take me into your studio, man. So what was some of the first pieces of equipment that you got when you started to perfect your craft?
Ah, man, you got to think. All right, and I just pulled out one of my babies today.
Oh
Right?
yeah, let's see.
If you look,
Okay.
you see what that is, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just pulled that baby out today.
You
You know
just
what I'm
pulled that
saying?
out. Ah, yeah, man.
That Insonic, you can't.
The
You know,
Insonic.
yeah, ASR. That's where we come from. That's my school. You know what I mean? Insonic, um, MPC.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was those things. SP12. You know what I mean? That was it. That's how I started. And then, as we moved up and we moved forward, it became, the new programs, the Logic, the Pro Tools. I know to work them all. My favorite though is Logic. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's compatible for me. It's compatible with the ASR or the MPC, and I could chop in there easy. I get busy with the drums. I add my own. You download. You got everything at your fingertips. So, but
Mm-hmm.
like I said, every once in a while, I still love to go back to my ASR because that's where it all started from. So it allows me to refresh my. Sometimes you got to reboot. You got to refresh your memory. You
That's
got to
right.
refresh yourself. You
That's
know,
right, bro. That's
that's what
right,
that
man.
was about.
I love it, man. Yeah. So let's say to any producer that was out there right now, and they wanted to know what they needed to get started. Like what would I need to get started to go in the lab and create a whole album? Cause see, I've been waiting to talk to a producer for a long time. Cause that's kind of where I get the term back to the lab from. Because initially I wanted to talk about like uh like the memories of making these certain albums, depending on who I was talking to. So I'm
Mhm.
glad I got a producer in here. So if a young producer was looking to build a studio, and they needed five key pieces of equipment, like what would you advise them? Like what pieces would you tell them?
Um. Okay, so pieces for studio. First thing I would say is definitely get yourself an Apple um, computer, straight Apple. You know what I mean? Or a laptop, you know, or a tower, whatever is going, whatever they got going on right now. But just get a nice Apple computer. Second thing I would suggest is get a set of KRK speakers, some
Okay.
bank speakers. You know what I mean?
I know them joints. Them joints beat hard up in the studio.
Now you got the speakers, you got your computer. You know what I mean? Even if you ain't doing music, you just want to listen to music, or you know what I mean. Now the next thing I would suggest is a microphone. I'm not really. It's hard with the mics. They come. You know, the ugliest one could be the best sounding one. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I can't. I can't suggest any mic per se. You just have to check for mic service yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure it out. And then after that, it's like, what else would I say?
MPC.
Yeah, MPC, but MPC is a little difficult. It's tricky because you got like
Oh,
MPC 2000, MPC 2000 XL. Um, then you got MPC 4000. Which one?
oh, wow.
Which one you
Yeah,
gonna?
yeah, that's crazy.
Which one you gonna mess with? I mean, the 2500 has always been my best. MPC
Absolutely.
MPC 2000, MPC 2500. Right? Yep, that was my friend. Um, and basically, like I said, the illest set of speakers, the illest set of headphones, the illest mic, illest sampler, the illest that you could get. You know what I mean? And the best computer that you could have. This way, you know, there's a whole lot going on right now with the computers and stuff. So the point of that is you got access. So you
Right.
need the computer.
You gotta have that. You gotta, and then you gotta have that top notch Wi-Fi too, man.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
with, don't come with that lagging, man. You need to get you some good Wi-Fi, fellas. If y'all out there trying to get y'all studio together,
they
you
better
need
throw
that
that
Wi-Fi.
out the window somewhere. Have an antenna reaching out. Like that's this. That's the nature of the game right now. Connecting from afar.
Oh, and speaking of connecting, man. So I met y'all. You know, you and shout out Gina. You know what I'm saying, for putting the call in and letting it. Hey, that was much appreciated. I met y'all in Kansas City, but when we were in Kansas City, I think she told me that y'all had just came back from New York as well, and I had just came back from New York too, from like the Rock the Bells and all the
Mm.
stuff that was going on out there for the 50th anniversary, man. So shout out to my man Bump Jonas, you know what I'm saying, over there at Sprinkle Some Salt, my commission brother,
Oh,
you know. That's my G right there, man. It's
official.
dope how you know it's a small world though, man. Like in the connecting is real, man. You never know how some like one person could connect you to tens, you know, dozens of people, man. But if you don't open your mouth and communicate and try to talk and connect the
You'll
dots,
never know. You'll never
you'll
know.
never know, man. You'll never know. So on that 30-year anniversary, man, of Unleashed, man, I just kind of like wanna run down to you, man, my top five joints because I've been bumping it today, man. Time to set it straight.
Yep, that was the video when we did Soul Train.
Hit the track.
Whoa.
Whoa, yeah, whoa now.
Yep.
Can you feel it?
Yep.
And how it gotta be. Them my top five off the album right there. And they might change. It might change tomorrow when I listen to it some more. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Wow.
finding these gems, and that's one of the things I love about doing Back to the Lab is because I get to go back and bump albums that either I've never bumped before or I haven't bumped in a
Right.
long
You get to
time.
really see. You get to
I
really
get
dig in and see what it was.
yeah. and to see if it aged well is also because I love bringing up albums to my squad, man, to the Hip Hop Commission, because they know I'm a history buff. I'm always into the anniversaries and everything. So when I see an anniversary on my calendar, I try to listen to that album, for the whole day, just kind of get my
But it's
mind
fair
frame back.
share. Yep.
Exactly, man.
Get
So
right into it.
what was some of the highlights of recording this album, man? Like some of your memories, some of them studio sessions.
Oh man, them sessions were basically not the best sessions. So, that's what
Really?
eluded. Yeah, not at all. And that's why the album took a turn as far as sound. That's what the group took a turn as far as sound. It was a little more darker, a little more grittier, a little more dingy. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
okay.
it was a little more direct, a little more harsh, because that was the expression of frustration. So that's how the Unleashed album came about. It was frustration. Um, but the quality of production and artistry was still dope as hell. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Like, don't get it twisted. It was a different sound from Fruits of Nature, but it was almost like the mirror image of Fruits of Nature. You on one side is this clean cut, blah blah blah, and on the other side, it's the opposite of it all. And I think if you play both of those albums back to back, you'll hear that. You'll hear one is so
Yes.
light and supreme, and the other one is dark and gloomy. You know what I mean? Um,
Especially when I saw the title, what was it? Ill Demonic Squad or Ill Demonic Crew.
yeah, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I was
yeah,
like, yeah, that's a different lane from fruits of nature, but I'm a listener, man. I'm a consumer, so I try to grow with artists. You know what I'm saying? As they grow with their styles and everything. Some people you can grow with, some you can't. But this was a dope follow up album to me. That's why I was able to pick a standout five so easily, man, because it just bumped through and through. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you much, 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 much.
No doubt. Hey man, we got some people in the comments, man, tapping in. I want to salute my man Jay Reed, Range Rover Reed out there in Hackensack, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to Miss Thursday. That is the sister of the late great DJ Ready Red, from the Ghetto Boys. So
Yeah.
salute to Miss Thursday. Salute to my man Chateau out there in Philly. You know what I'm saying? My commission brother. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey.
Yes, indeed, man. So now that you kind of like you big and you blew up on the production tip, is the rapping still a passion? Do you still have a passion for the rap, or is it just all about the beats now? What's your take on it?
I mean, me personally, I I was just good at writing. You know what I mean? It
Gotcha.
wasn't really, really all about rapping. I just know how to write real good. You know what I mean? I know how to express myself. So I wasn't looking forward to just being the rapper to be known as the rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or blow up as
Facts.
a rapper. It was just I was good at writing and I was able to do it. My thing was really like the behind the scenes, like putting the whole project together, putting the
Okay.
whole situation together. You know what I mean? Just directing and showing and proving how it's supposed to move. So, and I can still write. You know what I mean? So it's all included. It comes with the territory. This is who we are. This is what I do. I love it all. You know what I mean? But yes, my preference is production. My preference
Production.
is lighting that fire up under you. You know what I mean? You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Do
saying?
you do you ever see artists come in kind of with a case of the writer's block, but then as soon as you let them hit some fire, some heat, that pen get to moving,
Dun, dun, dun,
like
dun, dun. They just
it
they
just come on out then, huh, man?
nah, you come alive. They come alive. That's what we're here to do. Breathe life into you. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
indeed. Yes, indeed. So do you mix a little bit too? You scratch a little?
All of that. Those,
Ooh,
that's all the those are all
say
the
it.
elements of hip hop. Come on, I
Man,
got
you are
that.
all American when it comes to this hip hop shit. So really you practice all the elements of hip hop, man, from the graffiti,
Yeah,
the dancing, the DJing, the rapping,
all,
like
every aspect, every
yes,
aspect.
indeed.
The dressing, the gear. We was one of the first cross color representatives. You know what I mean? Like they was taking care of it
Wow,
to support their joints. You know what I'm saying? So we
man.
was there for all of it.
You missed them times, man. Like how just how dope it was back in like the '90s, man. You know, from like all the way through, really, for the whole '90s decade. You missed them times because I know I do. My even though my favorite era, my favorite year, let's say, is '88. That was my favorite year of hip hop. But I'm a big '90s head, man, and I wish some of them days would come back, man. You missed them days, brother.
I miss those days. I miss seeing the BDP, KRS-One, D Nice. I miss
Yeah,
seeing, Rock Kim, Eric B, and them, you know what I mean, running around and everybody downtown. And, when they pass through, the whole crowd, the whole street is just cheering and happy to see them. You know what I mean? Because those were our idols. Those were the next ones that was going to do something big for us. So, yeah, I miss a lot of that right now. Right now, I can't really call the game as far as what's going on. It's just a lot of me personally thinking it's a lot of uproar and a lot of changes get ready to happen. So you know what I'm saying? I think,
and a lot of scandals. Yeah, a
yeah,
lot of scandals, man.
yeah. So that's
We can't get away from a new scandal every week. Somebody in the hot water, man. God
well,
damn.
this is bro. That's what happens when it's time for change. That's what happens when you got to pass the baton. When you know what I mean? When the new leadership got to come in, and you know what I'm saying? All of that direction and real new encouragement and love could have a place and position.
Yo, let me big you up real quick while we talking about this Unleashed album, man. It peaked at number 22 on the Heat Seekers charts, number 63 on the top R&B and hip hop charts, man. Back in the day, like when y'all was dropping, because I know nowadays, man, the charts and the awards and everything, it can get a little sketchy. It can get a little tricky. You see people who get these awards or who get number one, and as listeners, we really don't feel like they deserve it, man. But back in y'all days, did it mean a lot to hit the charts like that, man, or was you just happy with your peers loving it?
It was so you got to think about it. We actually did go commercial. You
Yes.
understand what I'm saying? It wasn't our intention, but the records were good enough to go commercial. So yeah, when we realized that we're hitting charts and we're looking like this and we overhead this record and overhead that record, we look good. Yeah, we was having a ball. We was loving that. You know what I'm saying? We it's almost like you went to school and you skipped from first grade to like fifth grade already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Kind of like,
it,
like they say, it's levels to this shit. Like, yeah, y'all
yeah,
boys,
like we
y'all
came
skipped them levels quick.
we skipped them levels man quick. So it was like, wow. And then at the same time, we were still getting respect from our peers and the street and all of that, definitely. But at the same time, there was others that was just like, oh, no, y'all just too pop, y'all commercial, y'all this, y'all that. It ain't gonna ever work. Shut up. It did work. It
Yeah,
worked
see.
for what it worked for. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because I go through these little spells, man, where I feel like, man, they ain't seeing me, man. They not giving me my flowers, man. They ain't showing me no love. But then I get to a point where I start getting a bunch of love just out of the blue.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, and it make me go, yo, I was sitting up here bugging on the ones that don't fuck with me, but look at all these day ones I got, man. Look at all the people reaching out to me, man, saying that they want a T-shirt
That's
and this
dope.
and that. Like it be like that sometime, man. Like any advice, man, to any of these guys that get a little frustrated with not seeing the fruits of their labor when they want to see it. Like,
You
what
gotta
would you
get
tell
out
them?
of you gotta get out of your mind. That's
Okay.
the first thing. Get out of your head. You know what I mean? Meaning you sitting down there and you just thinking about these things that are not necessarily true, or whatever it is. But get out of your head, step aside of yourself, look at yourself, and tell yourself to clean up, focus, get it correct. If you don't know the answer, ask for help. Go find
Mm-hmm.
it. You know what I mean? But don't get yourself lost or consumed in any of this. Any of this. This is just regular life. Don't get yourself consumed in regular life like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where you don't got no control. You know,
Yeah.
music business is real. It's touch and go. So you got to be smart enough to know how to maneuver and play it right, but please play it loyally. You know what I mean? Respectful. Be
Facts.
about that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, then be upfront that you're not. So this way I know how to deal with you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Fact. Man, I gotta say, my daughter gonna love this right here. When she see this video, she gonna love this because it all started with she was here. Let's see, this 2024. So 2022, she spent the whole summer with me, right?
Hmm.
And I was just schooling her the whole summer on hip hop. Just the whole summer, man. I was just showing her all kind of different music. I took her way back. I took her
Right,
back to like Sugar Hill Gang, Apache,
right,
and brought her on up, man. So
that's what I'm talking about.
we was watching Martin. We was watching Martin one day, and I say, ooh, Dev. I say, you see that picture? You see that picture in the background right there? I say, all right, now let's go to YouTube. And I took her to the Blue Cheese video, and
Nice.
she instantly put it on her playlist. This girl got like 600 songs on her playlist so far. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? And the crazy part is, man, she loves Wu Tang, and
Hmm.
out of Wu Tang, her favorite is Ghostface
Ghostface.
Killer.
I
That's
bet.
her favorite, man. So I used to call her Devzilla because her name is Devin. So when she cried, it sounded like Godzilla when she cried. So I used to
Oh,
call her Devzilla. So when she
oh,
saw when she saw Ghostface, she was like, "Yo, my new nickname is Ghostface Zilla." You know what I'm saying? It's like she's a
oh,
big Ghostface fan, man. And when I showed her that I had to sit down and I had to talk with you, man, I'm gonna probably be her biggest hero. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm already her biggest hero, but like
already a big
this
bro.
this gonna take it up a notch right here, man. You know what I'm saying? This
I
is
mean,
fire right here.
we're doing it for the kids. We're doing it for legacy. We're doing it to pass on the jewels. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, me and my crew, me and my team, we got a new situation that's about to happen. It's gonna be big. It's one of those things that's gonna be so big. You know what I mean? That it's gonna be the groundbreaking time again.
Yes.
Like, it's that type of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for it. We got it coming. I got partners, I got business partners, I got investors, we got artists. We just got a whole bunch that's ready to, what I mean, hit the new market. I guess that's what
Mm-hmm.
it is now. It's like, you know what, this is the new market. We're gonna do what we gotta do. And we're gonna show you what we do. And it's all gonna be dope. Period.
Yeah. So shout out to Sherilyn. You know what I'm saying? That's my creative director slash the love of my life right there. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? She asked, did y'all go to ATL in 9 for the Freaknik when the Unleash had dropped? Was
yeah,
y'all
we was there.
y'all was at, and they say that was one of the best years of the Freaknik was 94. You know what
we
I'm saying?
we was there.
Man, they just dropped a documentary. Like, take me back on the trip, man. Give me a
I know it's nah. Is it out yet or is it coming
yeah.
out?
It's out. It's out, man. It's pretty good
Already.
too. It's
That's one
pretty
of them.
good
You
too.
might see your face in there somewhere. You might get caught out there like, oh shit, that was you on fire. I saw you on fire. Like,
That
nah,
is crazy.
yeah, we was out there for all of that. It was dope. You know what I mean? It's what it is. It ain't nothing different from Jack the Rapper or any other music. Well, nah,
Mm-hmm.
'cause this wasn't really just a music convention type thing. This was just a whole get together and party thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was dope. I ain't gonna front. You know what I mean?
Man,
And
yo,
that's where hip hop was live too. That's what it was all about. The
Oh,
music was
absolutely.
crazy. The music was crazy. The choice of music was crazy. Like, yo, that's when rappers was blowing up because they started they had an audience that was really,
Hmm.
really supporting anything and everything that was dope. So that whole era, all the artists that came out at that time, all their records were blowing up.
Hmm.
You
And I
know,
guess I guess it's safe to say that back then it wasn't as crazy as it is now when it comes to like the regions and everything. So y'all probably got love everywhere from the east to the west, the south. Because for y'all to be in ATL, I can imagine y'all was getting much love everywhere, man. Is that safe to say?
that's factual. We just didn't even
Exactly.
realize it. We didn't realize it ourselves until we just got out there and started interacting with the people in all the different regions. You know what I'm saying? What's
Hmm.
this? What
Oh
was
yeah,
that?
let me run that back. Hold up.
Jesus was
UMC's.
blessed out of most of the frats. Honda Accords, G said, "Well, not when I was there." And I used to say, "Yeah, wait, yeah, I gotta know who this is because if she knows us,
Yeah, yeah. That's that. I told you that's my business partner, my lady. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my
she
ride
was
or die
right
right
there.
there.
She knows what time it is."
And it's crazy because I was there in '96 too, and we always talk about how we could have been in the same places at the same time, but just didn't know each other back then.
Yeah,
I was there in '96 myself, but I didn't know her back then. You know what I'm saying? But that is crazy though.
6 degrees of separation is
Exactly.
no joke. Yeah, we was out there at that time, and that's when you had your leaders of the new school, and you had special ed, and you had Onyx, and you just had
Come
all
on,
the ill groups
man.
all over the place.
Ridiculous, man. I'm telling you, you just named like that special ed, like back in them. Nah, this was probably later than the I'm the Magnificent days. Cause we talking 9-4. Yeah, that was a little later. But I know Onyx was popping around that time for sure.
Mhm.
Leaders of the New School was probably on fire. Lords of the Underground was probably on fire back then, like that. It's crazy, man. Y'all had some good company back in the days. It ain't like now, man. It ain't like now where majority of the music you won't even miss nothing if you didn't hear it. But back then, certain joints was like must hear joints. Who was some
Timeless,
of who was
timeless.
some of the people that y'all liked? Even though y'all was dope and y'all had a lot of fans, who did y'all fuck with?
I mean, me personally, I have two genres. I go to my old school. So I'm messing around with Marvin Gaye. I'm messing
Oh yeah,
around with Al Green. I'm messing around with Isaac Hayes. James Brown. I'm listening to all of that. Bobby Blue Bland.
mm-hmm.
Bobby Bird. Then I jump to where, all right, where I'm trying to go. So now it's okay. BDP, Public
Yes,
Enemy. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Kane, the whole
yeah,
Juice Crew. I'm like, yo, these are and this is where I'm going now. I got to be the next thing for that, but I still got to know where I came from. You know what I'm saying?
that's facts. That's facts right there, man. So Magic Stick, how did this happen, man? Because that's got to be like the biggest, maybe the biggest hit on your production discography. Because that song right there rode for a long time, man. How did that come together?
That was just the divine. That was the divine intervention. I'm gonna tell you how it went. You
Okay.
gotta remember when we were UMCs and I was making my transition to producer. I know a lot of people already because I'm an artist already. So it was easy for production transition. I was able to catch up with anybody that I needed to catch up to. So I ended up catching up with Rich Nice, manager, track
Yeah.
master, all of that. And at the time, they already had 50. It was already, you know what I'm saying, rocking with 50.
Mm-hmm.
And we were supposed to do something then. And it just never, ever happened. Then when he started doing the mixtapes after he got with Violator, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? We caught a couple of joints with his mixtapes, and that's how that started. So now, moving forward, my cousin was his DJ. My cousin Gizgard, and
Okay.
Giz like, yo, 50's gonna work on this album. What's up? He said, you got some things? I said, yeah. Sent it. It made it out to Long Island. It made it to Shot Money. Next thing you know, they calling, yo, let's go record this. This is it. This is the one. I was like, all right, cool. That sounds dope. Let's do it. But now it wasn't good enough for Get Rich or Die Trying album after he had Trina on the record himself and then took Trina off and put Little Kim on it. So now this is where all the story, this is where it starts getting like, oh wow, word, what happened? What happened? So you took the record, now you sold it to Little Kim's album because we can't make Dre's album. That's
Mm-hmm.
basically what it was. You know what I mean? So it'll be the best possible fit for Little Kim's album,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Little hustle, little, politics,
Mm-hmm.
little game, little knowing how to maneuver and pick and push and position. You know what I'm saying? But guess
Yes,
what?
indeed.
I need to get paid from Little Kim's album too now.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, man. And like I was saying the other day on the post, man, I was like, anything that I edit, anything that I touch, in reference to the content creation, like
Hmm.
anything that I touch, anything that I do any type of edit on, man, I got to put my logo on it, because when the shit start getting copied and pasted everywhere else, man, like, nah, people need to know my shit. People know
That's
my
right.
they need to know my shit, man, and if I'm monetizing, yeah, I need to monetize on my shit, man. I need to make sure I get the proper dollars that's due to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, and I know when the shit started hitting the fan like that for you, I know you had to really really tighten up because I done heard some rumors about how cats don't pay the producers. Producers got to go back later on and sue certain rappers and everything like that. Like I can't see that happening with you, man. You look too solid to have somebody to play with your money like that, man. Did you have to go see
We had
about it a couple of times? Like talk to me.
we had to see about it a couple of times.
Yeah, we had to go see about it, man.
You have to because it's just regular life that's going on right now. You know what I mean? People are just, if they could get away without giving you that dollar today, and you know what I'm saying, they're gonna try to get away without giving you that dollar.
I'm saying,
And
man.
you got to check them sometimes on some. Yo, all right, check this out. What is the point of dodging me and knowing that you owe me while your artist is out there with the record that I did? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Right? So you got
Mm-hmm.
what you needed. When is it time for you to settle with me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And sometimes you got to make them settle with you. That's just what it is. But I'm not here to promote violence or, anything. I'm just saying it's just a matter of you got to be a real person. You got to step to the
that's right.
table live and direct. And, you got to make sure that people understand where you're coming from. People understand what when you push that button,
Mm-hmm.
you already know what's going to come with that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You surround yourself with those type of people, so you don't get jerked by
Right.
anybody or anything. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be on you to figure that out. People are people. We're here. We're living. We're doing what we all do, and some just need to move a certain kind of way, and others move a different kind of way. Just you figure out how it's going down, and you make sure you protect yourself at all costs. You know, uh,
That's right.
there's a lot of ways to protect yourself when it comes to your music and your creativity, and you know what I mean. Get into the books, get into the web, start figuring it out. You know what I mean, and protect your joints.
Exactly, brother. So back to the album, man. Back to Unleashed. You know what I'm saying? Was everything because I hear all these stories about these record labels and these deals, and you have to recoup and all these advances and all that good stuff. Was everything good when y'all started to work on that second album? Like did Fruits of Nature Did it bless y'all like y'all was supposed to be blessed? You know, in other words, I'm just trying to. Did Wild Pitch take care of y'all?
I get it. And that's the infamous story right there that not everybody's privy or everybody heard it or
Mm-hmm.
understand what was really going on. So earlier I did say that we changed our tone in that second album.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little more gritty, a little more darker. We wasn't following nobody. We was just frustrated, and we was doing what we wanted to do and didn't care. So that was such a big transition to everybody. Like, what the hell is this? This is not blue cheese. This is not one to grow on. This
Mm-hmm.
is all right. Maybe one to maybe time to set it straight could slide.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this one could slide. That's not really them. You know what I'm saying? So um, yeah, we were going through hard times. So
Yeah.
Fruits of Nature made a lot of money for the record label. The record label went and made more money with the major label, who gave them, 6 mil. You know what I mean, based on the fact that they had U.M.C's main source, Lord Finesse,
Mm-hmm.
Chill Rob G. So they gave them a major deal for 6 mil, and the label didn't bless us or nothing. It was like, and we did our first album off for like $15,000.
Wow.
Yeah, said I'm
Man.
sorry.
Yeah, man. It kind of reminds me of another one of my favorite duos, man. UGK and the shit that they went through with Jive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And it seemed like you kind of at their mercy, man. You know, when you sign these deals, I know when you're young, all you want to do mainly is make some money and have it to where people hear your music. You want your music heard and you want to make a little money. But
Right.
they make it so hard, man. They make it so hard for you where something that you love doing, something that you had a passion for doing, it's kind of like they spoil it for you, man. And it's not, the passion ain't there no more. Now you're trying to do is just catch up with the numbers. You end up not even putting the love into the music because you trying to make that dollar back for them,
Frustrated.
man.
You're frustrated. That's
Yeah.
all it is. You're just totally frustrated. You don't really give a fuck. You're like, yo, you know what, man? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get out of that frame of mind, and we got to start realizing that there's just certain things that are gifted to us. We just can't see the value in it yet. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And that's basically what guided us and how we continued moving forward. Myself, even my partner, Cool Kim, you know what I mean? Still moving
Yeah.
forward, still
Shout
on
out
it.
to Cool Kim, man. Shout out. I had a chance to chop it up with him one time. Me, Ultra Mag, chopped it up with him one time, and then me and Bump chopped it up with him again on another occasion, man. So yeah, salute to Cool Kim, man. NY Oil, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. There you go.
So what was the first, if you can remember, like what was the first production placement that you had, like for somebody else, not for your own crew? Like when was
So
the first time you had the
that,
credits on something?
that's a great question because it was a dope transition for me to become a producer. And I was an electrician. So I was working at the time as an electrician for the city.
Mm-hmm.
And I got tired. I started getting tired of doing it, but I was already still doing beats, and that was after UMC's.
Mm-hmm.
So after UMC's, I went to work as an electrician.
Okay.
Um, then I was I think that was just a little time off. That's all I needed. Just a little time off from rapping and beats and all that. And then next thing you know, I got hurt on the job, but mentally, I was already saying I'm ready to get out of this. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
weird how it happens. I'm ready to get out of this job. I don't want to work no more. I want to go back to music. I need music. I
Go
need
back to
music.
what you love. Yeah.
Yeah. And next thing you know, I got hurt on the job. I did the hospital thing for like 2, 3 days. Got cleared up, and I had a cassette tape on me, and I started shopping beats. Like I always
Okay.
carried a cassette tape with me. You know what I mean? Always had a cassette on me. And the first beat that I sold coming back as a producer, not for U.M.Cs, but just for me, ready to go, was Take It Off, Busta Rhymes, extension of
Mm.
the event.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah.
First beat, out the gate.
Woo. Big deal right there. You already had the relationship with Buster too, though, right? Like,
Well, that
so
was leaders of the
yeah,
new school,
yeah. I'm pretty
U.M.C.,
sure
Bruce
leaders of the new school, native tongues, kind
Jones.
of, kind of in a way associated with Flavor Unit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
those connections,
It's a
man,
dope story. It's a dope connection. It's a dope story.
connections
Very
matter.
dope story.
My brother Razorblade out of Brooklyn. You see his question. What about Apollo Kids by Ghostface?
Oh,
He want to hear that story.
that story is crazy. That's when so I was still an electrician, still working as an electrician at that time, and I was actually in the EMI building.
Okay.
So you know how awkward that felt for me.
Yes.
I'm an electrician in the music building. So I'm watching artists come through and go by every day. Like I'm like, damn it, damn it. Don't get it
I'm
twisted.
posting.
I was probably making more money than them, but you know what I'm saying? I was definitely making more money than they were making at the
Yeah,
time.
but
The
you
whole
wasn't
thing
doing what you
was
love though. You know,
right. And
and
then
sometimes that matters, bro. Like for real, you would turn down like a bigger opportunity, financial wise. But
something that
if
you
if
love.
but if it ain't something that you love, man, it's like damn, you can't really put your all into it because shit. They say if it's something you love, it's not really work.
Exactly. And
So man, I can imagine the feeling
but
being in there.
that was it was a feeling. And I was just leaving one day and his limo pulled up to the building right when I was leaving out the building and he saw me. And I had a cassette tape on me right then and there. And we come from the same building. I lived on the third
Okay,
floor. He lived on the first floor.
okay,
So we Staten Island, we Grain,
okay.
Stapleton. And
Stapleton already, man.
yeah, and that was it. He saw
Man.
me, what up? What you doing? And sure enough, I had a cassette tape on me. I had one of them TDK silver chrome, the
Yeah.
chrome days
With a bunch of beats on it, huh?
with just beats on it. I gave him
Ooh.
that. He hit me back like probably 2 months later, 2 3 months later. Forgot about it. Yeah, we got this joint. Me and Raekwon's on it. It's your joint. I'm like, all right, cool. What's up? Let me hear it. That was it. That was it.
Man.
So that
You gotta
story
love
was,
it.
yeah, it was dope. It was a dope
You gotta
story.
you gotta love that woo, man. You gotta love that woo. And you mentioned another group earlier, and like I was saying, doing this back to the lab, I get to go back and listen to some shit I never heard before. And I got a hold to that GP Woo album.
Mm-hmm.
It is not on no streaming platform. Well, at least it ain't on Apple. I had to pull it up on YouTube. Had to
Right.
pull it up on YouTube. Man, GP Woo is some hard ass cats, bro. Like if don't nobody know about GP Woo out there, please do yourself a favor. I can't think of which album it was that I had to review, but it's not on Apple or nothing like that. It's only on iTunes. I mean YouTube, and it's got the big GP Woo on the cover. Ain't nobody faces on the front or nothing like that. Hard
Nah,
ass album.
them dudes was the truth. You gotta understand, like those are all Stapleton cats right there. You know what I mean? Staten Island was Stapleton and Park Hill and West Brighton, New Brighton. You know what I mean? But right
Mm-hmm.
now, these, yeah, don't go against the grain. There you
That's
go.
it. That's
That's
it. That's he got it.
it.
That's my bro Razorblade out of Brooklyn right there. That's my bro, man.
That's what it is. Um, so yeah, so we're the grain. We're Stapleton. We're the grain.
Mm-hmm.
And GP Wu is Stapleton. You know what I'm saying? RNS produced them. RNS is cousins with one or two of them. You know what I'm saying? We all
It's
It was all
crazy.
connected. It was all connected. All of it. You know. Why is GP Woo Gladiator Posse
Gladiator
Wu Tang?
Posse Woo, yeah. And man, that shit aged so good, man, cause I played that shit and I was like, am I sure? Because when I review joints on Back to the Lab, they got to be like 10 years or older. I don't feel like if your shit ain't 10 years or older, we can't even start trying to think about calling it a classic yet. Because it's got to age well, you know what I'm saying? So when I played that shit, I was like, man, are we sure this shit came out back in the days? Because this sounds like something that could have came out yesterday. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like these dudes hard, and it was like grimy street shit. I was like, yeah, these dudes, this ain't no swords, this ain't no kung fu talk right here. These dudes
That's
grimy.
that. That's a cement block punch. That,
You know what I'm saying?
like,
For real, man. So I heard about this track you produced, man, from this new cat. The name of the song is called Pulp Fiction. Well,
oh yeah,
how do you say my man's name? Is it Scratchmatic?
scritch, scritch,
Scritch
scritchmatic.
Scritchmatic. Okay, Scritchmatic,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Tell me about Scritchmatic, man. So how'd you connect with him and how'd y'all get that Pulp Fiction
Oh
together
man,
like that?
Scritch is just he's just one of them artists, that you could scout them, you could see them, you could watch them. They got talent, you know, and now they need the extra reach that's possible. You know what I'm saying? Um, and when you notice it and you recognize it, you should be more than willing to extend a what I mean, open arm and hand. So that's what we did, and I met Scritch out in KC by way of Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a matter of let's think about this. What can we do?
Mm-hmm.
Not let's just do it. It's like, can we do anything? What do you think? What do you think? That's how we all came together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As from artist to producer to manager, we all came like that, and we figured it out. We said, all right, let's just try this. Cool,
Mm-hmm.
let's do it. You're dope. You're dope. You're dope. We're all dope. Let's put this thing together for real.
I love
Um,
it.
then we did the records. Here, Scratch, here's the beats. What you gonna do? Send it back to me. Let me mix it. Let me master it. Let me get it ready. Let me,
Yes.
what I mean, get all of it going. And you do your part. You do whatever you need to do to keep this thing moving for on all our accounts. You know what I mean? And we
Right.
came up with the record, Pulp Fiction. And then we dealing with like some of the top people in the game right now as far as media is concerned. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like, so
Mm-hmm.
we about to spread this, and it's not just Scritch. We got Young Solo, we got Catherine Swain, we got a few good artists, fresh and new, ready to come through. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So who should we keep our eyes and ears
I
open,
open.
man, for? Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, right now I'm just gonna bombard it all. So, like I said, you got Young Solo. You got Catherine Swain. You got Snooze. You got Benny Bermuda. You got
Hmm.
a few artists right now. Let's get right to it. Like I said, Scritchmatic as well.
Okay.
Um, and that's just to name a lot of the hip hop side of it all. I ain't even start with my singers yet. I ain't start with my
Oh, we on the R&B side too?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah,
man. What can't this man do, y'all?
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah,
man.
yeah. That's what we got to do. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna prolong the legacy of this music, we the ones who know how to do it supposed to jump in,
That's
right?
right. That's right, brother. That's right. So I love duos, man. I love duos. MOP, Mob Deep, rest in peace, Prodigy, man. UGK, A Ball and MJG, Outkast. Like who was some of your favorite duos, man? Who would you put on like a Mount
You
Rushmore of
you already
duos?
know. It's easy. That's easy.
Let's
I'm from
go.
I'm from New York, so EPMD,
Got it.
Salt and Pepper.
Ooh. People don't mention salt and pepper, man. That's crazy.
Salt
Give them
and
their flowers.
Come on, B. That's Kid and Play
S-
duos.
Salute the kid and play.
Um, and then there's other groups that I don't think everybody is so familiar with, but there was a group called JVC Force,
I heard of them. I heard of
Strong
them. My
Strong
man,
Island.
yeah, my man Ultra Mag told me about them. Some Strong
Yeah,
Island cats. Yes, yes.
yeah, yeah. So
JVC Force.
they was dope. That was one of my favorite records, favorite songs ever. When I heard that sample, I was nuts behind it. You know what I mean? And I don't know who else. Duo. Um, there's some other ones out there. It ain't hitting me yet because
Yeah.
Honest is a trio, so they're not really a duo. Um,
And then I think they turned into a duo now because I think it's just Sticky
Totally
and Fredro
Fredro,
over there. Yeah.
but I can't include them in this one because
Yeah.
we're talking about those duos from back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. They
Uh,
didn't start out a duo. But they
right.
dope still too. Yeah, I love Onyx, man. They had an
I,
anniversary the other day for Back the Fuck Up, man. So salute to Onyx on that
nah,
anniversary.
I love them to death. Um, oh, um, yeah, I don't know. The groups are all so mixed up. It's one rapper, one DJ, two rappers, one DJ, two DJs. They were different back then. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
it's hard to pull out the duos. I don't remember what other duos, and I know there was a lot of them too.
But look at my man Razor Blade. Razor Blade, he tapping in, dropping all the gems, man. Laws of the
Okay,
Underground. You know what I'm
yeah, they did
saying?
too. They were two.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Ill and Now Scratch.
Ill and Al Scratch, man. Look, shout out to the Basquiat brothers. My man Carlos from Classic Material New York and Al Scratch, man. They the Basquiat brothers. They have parties, man. I went to a wild party they had in in not Brownsville,
What
Williamsburg.
Fort Williamsburg?
In Williamsburg. Yeah, it was a Biggie tribute when I was out there visiting, and my man Rich Notch took me to a Basquiat Brothers party. Man, Al Scratch is a legend, bro. A legend, man. That dude is fire on the mic. He had the party going all night. Carlos had the music going. It was dope, man. So yeah, shout out to them. I'm glad you mentioned them, man. I'm gonna have to bump that shit a little bit later on. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
So when
Oh,
it
so
comes,
you got Lords of the Underground. I see you, Razor.
Lords
Then
of the
you got
Underground. Razor
I,
ain't playing.
I
Razor ain't
almost
playing, man.
I almost forgot Mob Deep.
Yeah, Mob Deep, man, for real, for real. Like I said, rest in
Whoa,
peace to P. You know,
whoa,
Mob Deep was cold, man. Mob Deep was
whoa.
cold. And you know what? And speaking of Mob Deep, and it also kind of reminds me of cats like Kwame. You know, let's say Kwame started out, you know, it's the man we all know and love, you know, and only you with the polka dots and everything. But then
Mm.
he got out of the MC lane and got into the producer lane, man, and just never looked back ever since. So when I was doing my research on you, man, I was like, yeah, this. I said this dude kind of remind me of Kwame, not as far as you know, style and the sound of y'all production, but just the story of how you go from the MC lane to the production lane and don't look back. You know what I'm saying? Anybody ever like mention you and Kwame in the same sentence, man, or is this a first?
Nah, well, we're from the same school. We cut from the same cloth.
Cut from the
Like,
same cloth, man.
yeah, Quam was at fashion. Kim was going to fashion. High school Manhattan or whatever, and they knew each other. We knew Quam, and you know what I'm saying. So it was only destined that it was going to happen that way because we're cut from the same cloth. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's like you're going through school on another level. You know what I mean? We're not doing first grade, second grade, third grade, and we're doing life one, life two, life three, life
Got
four.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what
And
you meant by like reinventing and kind of
yeah,
like recharging and coming back out.
yes, yes,
That's very important, man. Like cats need to understand that, hey, man, if it don't necessarily work in this lane, you have to,
have to
you just
split.
got to, yeah, you got to switch. You got to be talented enough, man, to be able to switch lanes, man, and
Yeah,
still keep it going. Like, not saying that it's very necessary, man, but it's essential to be able to switch lanes when the time comes. You know what I mean?
it's survival. That's all it is. It's time
That's
to
all
survive.
it is. Speaking of survival, man, how you staying out of all this bullshit that's going on, man? All these rappers and CEOs got all this shit popping off, man. How you manage to stay out of the rumors and the TMZ type shit, man, out of all these years and still be solid and stand straight, man. Talk
Because
to me, man.
I was never really truly invited in. That's just it.
And it's kind of like a good thing though, ain't it? I mean,
Never invited in. I took my own lane.
yeah, because sometimes, man, it's a price to pay for some of that shit, and we kind of seeing the results of it. I don't
Yeah.
want to mention nobody names and shit, but they know who we talking. But yeah, it's kind of like a
Matter if
price to
you're
pay.
paying attention. You gotta pay attention to what's going on with this. You know what I mean? People don't understand how serious it really is, but that's just life in general. You're dealing with forces, you're dealing with different, clashes of people, you're dealing with all of that. So you just gotta be fortified, you gotta know what you want to do, you gotta pursue it, and you gotta have a military group around you that make sure that, you all get there together. That's the only way it's gonna happen. It's the only way it's
Yes,
gonna happen.
indeed. Yes, indeed, man. So yeah, man. So salute to my squad, the Hip Hop Commission Worldwide, man. Like I put
Thanks.
this squad together, man, because I noticed on my lives, I noticed the same group of people in my comments. It was like my day ones. They was always there. They was always in the comments. You know, helping the thing go. Because when you
With the
do a little,
process.
yeah, when
Keeping
you
it
did a little back and forth and people commenting and everything, you get to interact. So when I started noticing the same group of guys and ladies, I said, man, we should have like this big discussion and we bring everybody in on a Zoom call, man. So we had like 9 people on the Zoom, and I think our first discussion we had was your top 10 debut albums. So yeah, we talked about uh, we talked about Slick Rick, Greatest Adventures of Slick Rick. We talked about Onyx Back the Fuck Up. We talked about Kanye West. So it was a chance to pick each other's brain and kind of get
right.
put on to something, because everybody's from a different region. We got people from Vegas, people from Florida, New York. Like me, I'm in Texas, Bump in Kansas City. So we heard like a whole different top 10 from everybody, and it
Right.
helped us all like get
Understand.
understand each other, and also to get put on to some new shit. You know what I'm saying? So squads and your circle is very important, and I try to make sure that everything I do, man, I rep it to the fullest. I rep the commission to the fullest, man. I try to bring my squad with me, and everybody doing the same thing, and everybody in their lane, and we never we never try to take it to another level without reaching back to grab somebody. And everybody can't go at certain times.
Everybody, I
But
got the hat. I got the hat with the logo that says "Everybody can't go."
everybody can't go. That don't mean that you won't be able to go later on in the future. But
But you ain't ready right now.
exactly, man. Ain't no, and we lost some members, we gained some members and everything. But for the most part, man, what we doing is really to build all of us up. Everybody is trying to get up, man. Like every city that I visit, I only visit cities that I have commission family in. So when I go to Jersey, I can tap in with Ray Lansky. I can tap in New York with Rich Notch, Far Rockaway. I can tap in Kansas City. I can tap in Detroit with Rocker Bash. So it's a
Right.
good look to have a circle, man, and to bring people with you. You know, here's a moment I kind of want you to give some flowers to the people that's on your team, man. People in your circle, man. Give them some shout outs and let them know, let them know that we recognize them.
Oh man, my squad usually knows that I recognize, but definitely just so you guys out there who are listening now could be able to recognize. We got Miss Gina Tarantino at 1440 Entertainment. We got my man Mal Malika Noor. You know what I mean? That's LPMG. I got my homie Mike Stellman. You know, that's the electrical company behind our crew, behind my team. You know what I mean? So we deal with a whole lot of different kind of people. My man Exile, you know what I mean? They all hold me down. You know what I'm saying? And we have such an extensive family. But yes, I love my crew. I love my team. You know,
Yeah,
everybody
man.
do something, and we all fit a position. We all fit a part.
They
So
say team is together everyone achieves more, and teamwork make the dream work. It's been so many little phrases and sayings, but instead of just saying the shit, like we really need to understand how important it is, man, to have a squad, to have a team, man, people that can step in when it's something that you're not very knowledgeable about. You got a colleague that they own it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's another reason why crews are important, man. Because one person can't do it all, man. But
I
if
mean,
we all come together and do just a little bit, man,
yeah,
look how much can get done.
that's the dopest. That's the dopest feeling ever. Trust
Yeah,
me.
and I don't want to leave nobody out. So my man's Aztec De Niro up in Chicago, Brina out there in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I even got some more members out here in H Town too, man. So like Fancy and my man D Flipping. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we thick, man. We even got some people overseas too. So we
Dope,
thick, man. And so anything that you got going on, man,
dope.
just give it to me, man. Present it to me, and at the click of a button, we can have that shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
got
once
some
I
goodies for you. I got some goodies for you. Trust me.
okay, that's what I'm
Trust
talking about. Then that's what I'm. So earlier I saw in the comments somebody asked like what projects is coming out, next or in the near future. Like what should we be looking forward to? You told us about Scritchmatic and some of the other artists that we should keep our eyes open for, but um,
me.
what
So
about you? You got anything?
nah, right now we got Solo Papa. So
Okay.
that's SOULOPOPPA. So and the record is called Hookah. HOOKAH. So
Oh, okay.
check
Like the hookah in the club. The
yes, Hookah.
okay.
I still like saying hookah.
Yeah, I thought you would say hook. I was like, oh shit, we pimping, we pimping now. Let's get it.
But that's my G. That's my young G. He's down with LPMG. Um, it's that's the team right there. So Scritchmatic, Hookah, Young Solo Papa.
Solo
Uh,
Papa.
who else is it? I don't know. We got a little Catherine Swain that's running around right now. She's out there. She's one of my female artists that's doing her thing. We got Snooze Daily. He's out there
Okay.
doing his thing. We got Volt Music. They're out there doing their thing. Jojo Pellegrino. He's out
Oh
here.
yeah,
I
definitely
just
heard it. Definitely heard his name mentioned a few times. I'm not too familiar with the discography, but I'm gonna have to check him out because I heard his name way too many times not to do my homework. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And oh, Gina's letting me know Haley too.
Yeah. Shout out Haley.
Young Haley. Yeah, Haley's dope. She's from KC. Beautiful artist. She gets busy. So we got a few artists. We got the record label. We're working on a bigger venture right now between management company, production company, attorneys, who's and ever benefits the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're about to do some big moves, and that's where we are with it.
Okay. Any like movie scoring or anything like that you would like to get into?
From your mouth to God's ears. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, Yeah, that's what I want to do. So
Okay.
we're probably taking it step by step. You know, first you'll probably get a placement or two in a movie. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You work your way up until you be able to score the whole movie. If you're going to score the whole movie, that means the movie should be your crew, you, yours, all of that, and you just do all the music that you want to do and get busy. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like that's
Exactly.
how it usually works out. You know, you can't think that you're going to be a scorer and jump on anybody's film that they don't know you, they don't know where you come from, or
Mm-hmm.
they don't know how you get down. They already got their team. So you got to
Mm-hmm.
figure it out, get one of your boys to produce a movie and go do the whole soundtrack. You know
Yes,
what I'm
indeed.
saying? And get busy.
Yes, indeed, man. I love it, man.
Do it.
Yeah, man. On our way out, man, you got any words of encouragement, man, for because nowadays, everybody can just put their music on SoundCloud and DistroKid and everything like that. It almost seems like it's not a lot of passion in the game right now, man. But to any aspiring MCs or anybody that's coming up, man, like what's the best advice you got for these cats in this era that we in now, to where everything is kind of microwave? Like just give them some knowledge real quick, man.
The best, truthfully, the best thing that you could do right now is you gotta know your history to know where you're going. That's
Mm-hmm.
one. So you want to be perfect at your craft. You want to stand out at what you do. You got to study the past to know how to evolve mentally into the future and to be
Mm-hmm.
on top of what's going on right now. There's records out. What goes around comes back around again, 360.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's reasons for records like that. Those are lessons. It's letting you know you're going to run into the same situation over and over again. So, as hip hop started at one point, it's going to restart again. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
come back again and restart again. You know what I mean? But your best bet is knowing the history of it, so this way you could be, ahead of it when it's time
Mm-hmm.
to switch up and when it's time to get ready and do what has to be done. Other than that, just get a good team. Make sure that
Mm-hmm.
y'all about what y'all doing, because that's the only way it's going to work. This is a business. There's whole conglomerates of teams out there that will eat
Right.
you up if you don't know what you're doing. You know what I
Ooh.
mean? So you will need a team. You gotta get a bunch of private sharks. You gotta have them on your side. You know what I'm saying?
And not
Uh,
just a bunch of bodies, but people that's knowledgeable too, man, and people
very
that know
knowledgeable.
how to play their position
Yeah.
well. You know what I'm saying?
It's strategy. It's chess. So you gotta have your whole court. You gotta have
Exactly.
everything set up, ready to go. Even down to your pawns. You know what I mean? You know what the pawns are. That's
Exactly. They on the front
yeah,
line.
yeah. They got to go too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
this is how we're
man.
moving now. Yeah, we're moving more professional now. We're grown. We got our accolades. We done what we were supposed to do. There's more to be done, but it's going to be done on a different level now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, hey, man, Haas G, aka Phantom of the Beat,
Heat
Heat
for the
for the
street.
Street. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Formerly one half of the U.M.Cs, man. I'm so blessed to have this conversation with you. You know what I'm saying. I don't really like to do like interviews, like question after question after question. Like I like for it to be kind of like a convo, man, like a chop up
Generic. It
session.
was it was a
You know
good
what I'm saying?
generic conversation.
Exactly, man. And you deliver very well, man. I appreciate you taking your
Thank
time
you.
out, man, for a little old platform like mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I'm just jiving, man. Yeah, we
Every one of them, every platform B is really really important to the cause of it.
exactly.
Trust me when I say it.
Exactly. Yeah, I know I'm serving my purpose, man. For the day ones and for the solid supporters that I have, man. I know I'm serving my purpose. It may
That's
not
right.
be as big as a rock the bells or anything like that, man. but I know I'm touching people, man, and I know we connecting the dots and bridging the gap, man, and having you on today was a real big look, man. It was a good look, man. A big blessing
I
for me, and I
appreciate
appreciate you for that.
I appreciate you. Thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And back to the lab. That's what we're here to do. We're here to represent for it. You know what I'm saying? We're
No
definitely
doubt.
here to represent for it. So I want to salute everybody. I thank you again. And whatever you need, you know where to reach me. You know what I mean? Be
Absolutely.
good. All right.
And hey, and I can't wait to help promote some of that music, man. We got a squad of like 15 plus hip hop enthusiasts, man, all over the world. And we
Oh,
can't
that's
we
it.
can't yeah, we can't wait to promote that music, man. As soon as you shoot it to me and I put it in the chat,
That's
everybody
it.
shout it out, man. So yeah, yeah, we
Well,
we
let's
looking
do it.
forward to helping. We looking
Let's
forward to
do it.
helping however we can, man. So big shout out to you, big shout out to Gina and all the lab techs that tapped in, man. Salute to share the experience, man. I can't ask for nothing else, man. This has been a lovely day and a dope talk. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you back. Thank you. Salute everybody.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. I'm gonna let you go, fam. Thanks again. All right. One
My nigga.
love.
One.
One. Yes, indeed, man.
That was dope.
That was dope. That was dope, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, man, I'm glad y'all stayed and watched the whole thing. And even the ones that tapped in a little late, man, I'm glad you ended up making it in, man. This was a dope conversation. Had a pleasure chopping it up with Haas G, aka Fantom of the Beat. Heat for the street, you know what I'm saying? UMCs. Man, just tapping in with these legends, man, it's all I want to do, man. I don't want to have to chase these legends. So if any of y'all out there, y'all want to get at me for an interview, man, come on, man, let's do something. Don't make me chase y'all, man. Because if so, I'm just gonna have a solo podcast if we're gonna do it like that. But come on, make yourselves available. We want you on back to the lab, man. Come holler at us, all right? And y'all know what we do here, man. Celebrate classic hip hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in a cashmere sweater. I'm your man DMR. This has been Back to the Lab. We out, y'all. One love.